Hello, family. I am out here. It's Monday. I may not put this up till Wednesday or Thursday, but this is Monday, May the 2nd. I'm showing you a garden update, progress on all the seeds I dropped, and I'm going to show you the seeds I dropped last week at the end of April. I dropped last Thursday. I've been trying to get that video up, got to squash it, cut, start over, having technical difficulties, but this one should work. I think I've solved the problems. So here we go. This is the okra seeds that I had to plant over again after they got taken by the frost. So they came up. There's the Motherland Okra, and there's a Motherland Okra. This thing here is some kind of flower seed. I thought it was a marigold. Haven't seen a flower. Don't know what it is. If anybody knows what it is, please let me know before I pull it, because as you can see, it's some thick, stocky roots. And I think it may be a flower, even like this one. It had a little yellow flower on it, so it might have been some of those flower mixes I put in here. Don't know. Scared to pull. But if anybody knows, comment down below. Here are the white little seeds I dropped from the Dollar Tree. They do very well. And this is a bulb that comes back every year. I planted about 2 years ago, so it comes back every single year. These are blackberries that my friend gave to me because she didn't want to fool with them, but they're doing amazing over here. I just got to get up some good gloves up to my wrist to go ahead and repot them. I'm going to put them together in a bigger pot and let them grow together, but they're doing amazing here. This is one of the extras I pulled from my sharecrop situation. Just put it in a pot here. If something goes wrong with the ones in the back, I'll move it into one of those buckets. Here is, I keep twisting it. I hope I'm not messing up the view. But here is the tomatoes, the Sweet 100 seeds that were 5 years old. They are about 3 feet tall now. So they are doing amazing. It's too many in the pot, but we're just going to let them grow and see what happens. Got them on a sturdy cage. They're already flowering. And we're just going to let it go. I planted these last Thursday, so nothing's here. But I think I put 2 marigold seeds in each corner. And then in the middle, I put a bunch of romaine lettuce. So let's see what happens with that. It's Thursday, so it's only been it's Tuesday now. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's Monday. See, I don't even know what day it is. It's Monday. So it's only been 4 days. Let's see what happens. The nasturtiums are doing amazing. I just had to water today because it hadn't been watered all weekend. I was waiting on some rain, but the rain will never come, I guess. So the nasturtiums are doing great. Then we have the Wildflower mix. I'm waiting on some flowers. I bought some fertilizer that I'm going to fertilize with this week with a high last number. I'm going to fertilize my potatoes with that. And it's like some 0028s or something. So I'm going to try and see if that makes the other stuff flower and add it to my potatoes too. I don't know. We'll see. We're experimenting too. And these are the other flowers I planted. These are the ones that's been here for a year. They were last year's annuals, but they come back again. And they're actually, upcoming video, on sale at the Ace Hardware. You can get a 4-pack of these for $2.49. So if they come back every year, that's an amazing buy. But as you can see, I got the purples, the whites of the seeds I dropped from the Dollar Tree. And I want to say these are Mexican heathers, these purple ones, but I'm not sure because I just dropped seeds all over the place. So but these are doing amazing. And it's kind of dark under here, sorry. Maybe if I go this way, yeah, that's a little bit better. Our spring Walmart clearance spring DIY project doing amazing. It was actually a flower on the hibiscus, I think the other day, but it's gone now. And it's one on the mandevilla. And yes, for the person who asked, they do vine up, and I bought bamboo pole for them to wind around today. So it's doing very, very well. And this, my old neighbor used to love this flower. She used to love this color and say something every year when they pop out. So they're doing amazing after I trimmed them back. So you do have to prune these back every year in order to get good production. As soon as I pruned them back, more leaves popped up, flowers start popping up, and it's even a multicolored one, I believe, because this color came up too, and it's a little bit darker. So it's beautiful. Here is another one. I believe this is a flower I dropped from the Dollar Tree, like a cosmos or something. And these are flowers I dropped from the Dollar Tree. And look at those purple ones over here again. And the same ones from last year again. Doing amazing. So get you some permanent pots with some bulbs, or some permanent arrangements in the ground with some bulbs and some hibiscus and stuff that's going to rejuvenate. So you're not buying plants every year, buying flowers every year, and it always comes back pretty. Now look at this. Oh my goodness, I had to do this today and show you. I just watered again, so you see it's all covered in the water droplets. It's so cute. It is so gorgeous. And they're popping out for me every day now. I get to see at least one a day. And look at that beautiful detail. Oh, they are breathtaking. These are the pineapple hibiscus, clearance, $10 each from Home Depot. Brought them home. Yeah, they had a little, the issues didn't start till I got them here, but you know, like that much of an issue. But they're still showing out. And this is another wildflower mix I'm waiting to see what happened. Here is the other hibiscus. It was showing the other day. Now, it still has some issues on it. I'm going to have to pull all those diseased leaves. And then I think the plant will just thrive, because there's still some good leaves on them. Real good. And then you got these few little diseased stragglers that need to be pulled off. So maybe by my next update, I will have done that. Look at here. Motherland Okra. So this is the first seeds I planted. And this is the one that made it through the cold. They were flowering the other day. I hope a bee came along and pollinated it. There's one flower dropped in the pot. And then I think that's a marigold. Don't know. We'll know once it flowers. And then this is some mint that I pulled out my aunt's yard. Just came in here and stuck it in the dirt. So this is doing amazing. And I cannot wait to taste the okra from the motherland. Those were Baker Creek seeds. It was like a special $6 for, like, they sent me a little more than 10 seeds, maybe 15 or 20. But I think they had a low germination sticker on them. But they've been germinating pretty well. So then we walk over here and you can see those come back every year. Those have been here at least 3 years when I did this landscape design. I dropped these 1-year-old Aldi bulbs this year, and they are popping up. I found them in a stash, and I was like, let me put these things in the ground and see what happens. And it happened. It happened. So I forgot what flowers they were. I have them over in my little what I planted pile. But here is the $6 blueberries from Gore's Nursery. See, they were filled with blueberries. I put those in the ground Thursday. I bought them Tuesday or Wednesday, put them in the ground Thursday. This one is Premier and one is Powder Blue. So when you do blueberries, you have to have more than one variety planted for pollination. So of course I have this one. I want to say that's the other one is the Premier, and this is like the Powder Blue or something or other. And these are the pink lemonades that came in the Home Depot unboxing video. I'll try to link it above. And it was 4 of them. I think that's a friend, foe, other. I'm not sure. It's okay. But that's the pink lemonades. And most of the blueberries that was on it when it came fell off. But I do see a little blueberry right there. I hope you can see it too. And then here is the other one from Gore's, $6. And this is the Premier. So it already had full of blueberries, all over it. It comes to about my knee, and I'm 4'11" from buried in the ground, so it was a decent size. Okay, so keep getting cut off and not realizing it, but these are the blue basil, the free seeds that Baker Creek sent to me, and they are doing good. And this is the cilantro that I said I could not grow, but you look, your girl did it. She did it, and I am amazed at it. It's a slow boat, so hopefully I'll get a little bit before it goes to boating in this hot Florida sun. Here is something I planted initially, did not come up. I think it was lemon balm, not for certain, but I dropped some lettuce seeds, and I have some lettuce coming up. And I did it twice because another event did not come up, so I replaced it with a lettuce seed. And hopefully I'll get to eat that lettuce before it gets too hot, and then I'll drop something else. So that works out just perfectly in my pretty edible landscape with my sunken 10-cent pots sunk in the ground. So this is another, I don't know, this looks like lemon balm. I don't know what it is. It's a herb. I planted it. I got the seed packet somewhere together, and I could probably try to figure it out later. But yeah, it came up too. It's a herb, and it was planted initially with the cilantro and stuff, but all of it's doing pretty good. So let's go to the back and look around. Oh, yeah, I did show you the daffodils and the azaleas. That'll be here forever and ever. My grandchildren will see those. And these go crazy. I don't know if I want to plant these ever again, and I may start pulling them up, because as you can see, they're growing over here, and it started right there. So that's something you might want to watch out for, along with these. My gutters will wash away a hole here, so I figured if I put some foliage to kind of push the water and disperse it a little bit more, these things don't go anywhere. They're going to spread out. They're going to be all over the place. My auntie was digging them up and removing them, throwing them in the trash. I say, well, I'll take a couple, because people are still in the store paying for these things. And as I was bringing them home, I saw a neighbor. He was doing his front landscape, and I said, you want some? He took a few, and he said he had just went to the store and bought some. I was like, we got all the free ones you need. So that is something. You can find a friend that'll dig some up for you. You don't have to buy those. So we have our orange tree. It's doing okay. And we still have one little orange there. I'm sure it's a few more here, but they look like they're disappearing. Hoping the squirrels don't eat them, because I had at least 3 or 4. And now all I'm seeing is nothings. Oh my goodness. Not good. But I do still have one. Let's hope it holds on to maturity. Here. Now, here I want y'all to comment on. I want y'all to tell me, should I continue to hold on to this dead lime stick? That looks like it has life. That got caught by the freeze. And if I cut it any lower, the yard man's going to keep running over it. Should I just give up? Comment below. Should I just give up and plant something else here, or try to wait it out? Let me know in the comments below. What is going on here? I'm hoping this will still, oh, okay, so that's normal. So I'm hoping that this will all be fruit soon. But these are my Fuyu persimmons. Have not been in the ground a whole year. and they are already producing. These came from Eat Your Yard, I believe. Then we have this monstrosity. Been here 3 years. I think it's a peach tree because I bought a peach and a plum, but I believe this is the peach tree. The plum died from that big blue box store. So I do finally have 2 flowers. I had 1 flower on the other side a few weeks ago. Maybe I'll get 1 or 2 peaches this year. If not, I will hot dog method all these extra branches off, keep 1 and give the rest to friends to plant, or keep them all and put them in 5-gallon pots, I guess, and see if that helps it produce next year. I would love a peach, but we're going to make up for it with the nectarines. See this little thing here? This little bitty line? This is the Meyer Lemon. This is the Meyer Lemon. And hadn't been in my yard a year. Tiny as all get out. But look, I hope the yard man don't knock that baby off, because I want to eat her this year. I want to eat her as soon as she turns yellow. We will be eating her this year, speaking it into existence. There you go. I finally planted Thursday. Ooh, them lizards. All of them look different. Jurassic Park. But they do help us. Don't be afraid of them. They're all starting to look a little different these days. The lizards do eat pests, so keep them around. But here is the watermelons from Gore's. The 6-pack was $4, but lo and behold, it was 12 in there. So start examining those starter packs for extra plants, extra starters. And I planted those, and there's the Crenshaw Melons. They're already flowering. Now, if you look at my Tractor Supply video, these cages that I have them about to trellis up are sturdy enough to hold a watermelon. And I did say they'd show you that they're $29 for one, and you can have an 8-foot trellis, and you can plant tons of watermelon on an 8-foot trellis. So keep that in mind when you're trying to find space for watermelons. Because actually I was in Gore's last week, and I ran into a guy, a nice gentleman, and he was like, I don't have space to plant watermelons. I told him how. He grabbed those watermelons and headed on down the street to the Tractor Supply to do just that, because I am excited. This is my first year growing watermelons, and I am excited to have some out of my own backyard. So I think that's going to be, I'm glad I was able to help someone, and I think we're going to have some success. Either here or my share crop somewhere, I'm going to get me some watermelons. So here is the Brussels sprouts that I left. Now, they aren't getting that big, but it's a lot on there. So I said I'm going to leave them. It's still the season for them here in Florida. So I'm going to go ahead and leave them. The marigolds are doing fine. And when you're dealing with your marigolds, take a look at them on a regular. And if they have a dead flower on them, pull the dead flowers so that more will come up. Then you have my spinach collards. And that is a voluntary lettuce or spinach or something. I thought I threw some seeds up there, but I might have threw one down there too. This is Swiss chard. It's been here for months, and it's not doing too well, but it's probably just time for me to harvest. And then maybe it'll come back even stronger as I harvest more. Now, I did water today, but look at all this luscious. All this luscious. I'm just hoping that it's some roots underneath. That's the carrots with the marigold in the middle. And I think I planted another marigold seed in here somewhere, and it's mixed in. But I'll know when the flowers start coming up. But the carrots are loaded down. And I'm probably not going to harvest them until I start seeing heads popping up out the ground. And then I'll harvest them in little batches and just give the other ones room and time to grow bigger. And over here, my Ace Hardware marigolds and the Kohlrabi Now, if you look down here, see that kohlrabi is forming a head. A couple of them are forming heads. So I'm going to let them do just that because they are amazing. I really prefer the white kohlrabi over the purple. And as I look down, now I do see radishes. The white radishes coming up. Oh, there's a nice big one. There's one. So I need to start harvesting. And I'm just probably going to pickle them, do a light pickle and eat them raw or something. But I'll share that and make sure that with you too. And I believe I dropped some more marigold seeds in here because that's what that may be. And then we got more of this. Radishes. And I'm not seeing the beets. I want to see the heads before I pull them. So maybe some of them are not developing like they should. But that's fine. But this bed is still doing good. And here we have our white onions, Swiss chard, our comfrey plant, our red onions, and more kohlrabi. So with this, I did see a couple of heads. So this is might form a head. It's iffy. And this one, these two right here are definitely, there's one and there's one forming a head. Then a mystery carrot got in there somehow. And we're going to see, and as I see that the ones are not going to form a head, I'm going to pull them out, and that's how I will choose to thin them out. Let's go to my seed buckets. And as you can see, the seeds are doing good. As I tell you over and over again, drop the seeds for any of your cucurbits, your squashes, your cucumbers. All of those will pop up like nothing. Now, if you have a problem later on, or a disease or issue, then and have to pull them, then go by the starts. But from seed, you should have no problem. And I'm not going to go, because I go through over this every video as to what they are. But this is cucumbers. They're all Baker Creek seeds, Baker Creek varieties. And this one is the yellow tomato from seed, mortgage lifter from seed. It fell over when I watered it, but it'll pop back up. And then the green tomato, German green tomato from seed. I'm probably going to have to pull one of these out and give them to my friend. But I love fried green tomatoes, so I may just put it in a pot for myself. But they're doing amazing. And see this one that fell over? Get that off because it could cause disease. But I watered like 3 hours ago, so had to give them a drink because the rain ain't happening. So here's what I got to do. This is the taters and totes, one of them. And I got to add some food. That's what I bought the fertilizer with the big glass number for. I'm so scared I'll go in here and find a snake. But this soil is definitely rising. It's definitely growing potatoes. And I want to add a good feeding of some soil like Beauty in the Garden did. Add one good feeding. This one is a different variety of potatoes. This was the mixed variety. And I could tell that by the purple one sitting in here. But this is the mixed variety. And this was another variety, and this was another variety. I want to say this was the first one I planted, started off well, but look at it now. I want to say that's a sign of blight. That is a sign of blight. And I did order some stuff for it to spray it down. I'll probably try to give it a heavy feeding and see if that helps. But I don't know if they're going to make it because it's some on every one. And this started over here and it's getting worse. So I don't know that that's going to make it. But what I did do is plant it some more. I planted some potatoes in here and some corn in here. That the rest of that corn that I got my refund for, I dropped the seeds here. And as you can see, since Thursday, nothing's come up, but we're waiting to see. And then I planted some more of the rest of the corn around the outside. So that was a 60-day corn. I put it around the outside. Then I bought the 50-cent Walmart corn, that's a 100-day corn, and put it around the middle. So that way you can have a succession crop of corn in this little space, because by the time the middle starts getting big and need more room, you'll be harvesting the outers. So we're going to see if that concept works, because I work a lot of things out in my head, and 9 times out of 10 it doesn't work. So we're going to see if that's one of those 9 times out of 10. So here's my mortgage lifter start, and it finally has flowers. And the peppers, these are the yellow bell pepper starts, and I ripped off the top of this just to see if it'll balloon out like some of the other gardeners say. But the rest of them I just left as is to grow on up. And the seeds I dropped, I'm scared to pull. I don't know what's a weed, what's a seed right now. I just don't know. But it has not, I don't know what's going on with these. So I'm going to give it another week. They've only been down 1 week. It hasn't been hot enough for peppers to sprout. I thought I saw one little thing bending over like that right there. Nope, that's not it. So I thought I saw one bending over one day, and then I came back out to look. I didn't see it again. I don't know what's going on. But hopefully they come up. If not, that's when you buy starts. Or you should have had some starts going on the back porch, but I didn't, so shame on me. But squash, no problem. That's long white Palermo squash and Zappa squash, no problem at all. I guess the peppers do need to be babied and tended to, and you can't just drop the seeds. But live and learn. I'm still gonna have some peppers regardless. So here is my nectarine. So I was looking today and I saw a little bad looking one. I yanked that off. I don't know if the birds getting on here pecking at them. See, like that one has a little hole on it. So I'm glad I waited to thin. Oh, this one, that's not gonna be a fruit. I think the birds are getting on here pecking at them. So that's how I'm choosing to thin. So that's how I will determine what I pull off. That needs to go. Threw it in the lake. Maybe a turtle will munch on it. So I did get my avocado, my bacon avocado in the ground. It's here. So what I do when I plant trees, really supposed to kind of keep them in the pot for a week, make sure nothing wrong with them. Which the other one's in the pot for almost a month. Then I save my kitchen scraps. I throw them in the ground. I make my soil mix, and I had some citrus pot mix. I put that in the ground over the scraps. So as the roots get longer, they feed into what's becoming compost in the meantime, because those scraps are going to attract the worms and everything to eat at it. And then you're going to have compost for the legs to grow into. So this one, I did the kitchen scraps, the citrus soil, and a little bit of my compost. Mixed all that together, put that on, put the pot in, and then went around it with more compost and soil. That's all you do, and it'll come on up and be a healthy tree. This is the Ponderosa Lemon. And there are lemons on it. I'm going to zoom so you can see there's one. And then it was one up top. But this tree has been producing the last, 2 years? And it seems to produce multiple times a year. So I'm going to prune it back from all these leaves, these branches that were struck by the cold. I am going to prune those off once these, oh, I see the other one. There's the other one. So once that gets bigger, so I won't risk hitting it or knocking it off, then I'll go ahead and prune this whole tree back to get rid of all this deadness. This is the aromatic bed. I don't know what's what, so I'm not going to pull anything. I do recognize that's celery, so I do see celery. Bunching onions, you do see a few of those. And shallots, don't know. But I see grass. Don't know if that's supposed to be. I know that's not the Hishi cow greens. So I don't know. Maybe I do need to just pull the grass out of here. I'll pull a few. I'm just scared it might be the food. I don't know. So I try to wait till it gets bigger and more recognizable before I go to thinning, because you might be stunting the growth of something that was trying to grow. But, and here finally is the Pear Stick. Now this one, ooh, I see a problem. Like I see some bugs right there on those leaves. So I'll take a look at those later. But the stick, I don't know that I'm going to get some pears this year. I don't think so, because I saw the one flower, haven't seen any more since, and look like I'm seeing an aphid problem. So I'll pull back some of those. The branches with problems, I'll probably just pull the branches off and let the tree get a little stronger, because I do see something going on up there too. So I got to work on this one. Yeah, that's a bad aphid problem. But the ants are headed up there to tend to them too. So I'll go ahead and spray it in the morning or this evening. Let's see how I feel when I get in the house. But that is it. If you want to keep abreast of the progress, I try to do these every 1 to 2 weeks, so you can see in live and living color what God is doing. Because this is nothing but God and His pure will for this stuff to grow and feed us. And I advise you all to plant a seed, plant a seed, plant a seed, plant a start, plant some food. Do this. Learn this, because we need this. And the way the world is going right now, we have to do our part and grow something that we can eat. There's my calamondin from seed. Isn't that beautiful? And then I pulled the blackberry tree. So I don't know if this is going to work, but I pulled a branch off the blackberry tree, stuck it in some rooting hormone, and dropped it in the dirt. We'll see if it works. And then I fed it, and I've been watering it. So we'll see. But I do want me a blackberry tree or mulberry or whatever. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. Like this video, share this video, comment, and plant a seed, plant a seed, plant a seed. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.